Greenland Development Foundation.
Hello everyone, this is My Africa Show and I am Tsagabele. Today I am here with a guest, the CEO and founder of Greenland Foundation, and also with the recipient of the 2009 Green Hero Awards. And his works has been recognized by the UN, White House, and also by the G20s. Welcome, Gashaw. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Gashaw Abdullah Tahir. I was born in Gojam and Kwandisha, which is a rural area, and I left Ethiopia in 1979.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would really love to ask what actually motivated you to actually establish this foundation and when it started.
Okay, when I came here 2006, I went home and I saw devastation. The land was degraded and eroded, mountain area was deforested, and young people don't have job, don't have school material, and malaria was affecting people, and a lot of people was dying at that time. So it was aha moment for me, I said, and then I was affected by malaria too, and I said, I need to take action. That was the turning point.
Okay, so as any foundations, Greenland has its own spheres, its own pillars in which it works on. Can we say a bit about it and what those spheres are and what is the work being done in those pillars?
Okay, one is environmental restoration, empowering women and young people, and the third one is the mindset. These are the three spheres of.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like all those three things are the major things that we should actually give concern, especially in our today Africa, in our today country. So can we go roughly on what those pillars are?
Our fundamental idea is we plant tree for peace. That was a motto we use. And when I came here, we hire young women and young youths, over 450 people we hire at that time. And then we start our work in a nursery first. We have our own seedling. That's what we did. We didn't buy from any other person. So we had a nursery. We had over 500,000 seedlings at that year, 2006.
I see. So your motive and your slogan was planting trees for peace,
yes,
which sounds a bit exaggerating, but I find it pretty fascinating because trees are something that gives us life, oxygen, right?
Yeah.
So we should actually give that much concern to it, because if there's no trees, there's no existence, basically. That's what it is. So I want you to also mention about the second thing, which is empowering women and young generation at the same time mindset, because those two are really powerful as the first one.
Okay. Empowering women is, when you empower women, women are responsible. That they are the foundation of the family.
Families, yes.
So, and when you empower women, you're empowering the country. So that's what we pick women at the first place. We empower them, we give them the job, they really get the money and take the money to the family. And I have experienced that. And young people, when we empower young people, that is the future of Africa, that's the future of humanity. So Africa has, like, I believe 19.5 or 20 years the average of age for in Africa. So that means when we empower those people, that means the future of Africa is really brighter, and we can see Africa, like, with this technology, especially, anything is transferable. So if these kids are educated, if these kids are healthy and all, and young women, that means the future of Africa will be brighter. That's what we believe on that. That's why we pick those categories.
That's so true. That's so true.
Yeah.
So we can proceed to the next one.
Okay, the mindset. The mindset is very important. People like moved and touch, inspire. What's important in their life?
Yes.
once they see what's important, they take action, and they will really proceed, and they can see bright future.
Yes.
You know, so we support them on that. We share, you know, how to really succeeding that promise, that future in their life.
I see.
Yeah.
So the next point is mindset. Mindset is basically where everything starts.
Yes.
It's where our results are the origin of what mindsets that we have. So under Greenland, what does mindset mean? How do you work under that sphere?
Okay, mindset is in Greenland Foundation is, you know, human beings they want to be empowered, like touched, moved, inspired. What's important in their life, into action.
Mm-hmm. So in Greenland, mindset is about inspiring people to actually do and get what they want in life.
Exactly.
Okay, so I mean, as you have stated, it's really, you know, it's a basic and major work to actually inspire someone and to get them
into action.
Yes, into action and get what they want in life. And that's a very nice thing that you guys are working on. So the next question will be, as Gashaw, as you're in your personal life or in the journey of actually creating this foundation, you have probably came across a lot of challenges, a lot of you know, problems, and you know that point where you just said, you know, why. So what were the major challenges that you have faced?
Okay, the major challenge was, number one, you know, getting the land is a major challenge.
Yes.
So what we did was we went to, you know, the Amhara region, and then we share with them. We have so many women and young people are working with us, and we have over 500,000 seedling. So can we get land to plant this? We asked them. So these people, they were suspicious, and they said, I can see it from their face. And this is what I say to them. You know what? This is my phone number. This is where we work. Where, you know, our location. You can come anytime except Sunday, which is 1 in the morning up to 2 p.m. in the evening. The people are working because they have contract. They do it with light. So you can come anytime and see what we're doing. So I give them my phone number. I tell them the location. I invite them to come. So one night, they call me around 3 p.m. in the evening. They call me, we want to come tomorrow morning at your place. They said, welcome. So you can come. And then they came. They see what we're doing, and it's real. It's authentic. So they said, okay, so what do you want? How can we help you? I said, we need the land. You can support us with professional. You know, there is people from the Ministry of Agriculture. You can help us. And I request that. And they said, we will send even a media. They said, okay. Because at that time, Ethiopia, year 2000, Ethiopia was committed each people to plant 2 trees. So we have over 500,000 seedling. Nobody has. To have that many seedling, you need to plant at least for 6-7 months. You're not going to get it overnight. So they were they really motivated. They want to work with us. So that's how we gain trust from the government, by showing them. So
that was the major challenge that you faced.
That was one major challenge. Number 2 major challenge was the people in the rural area. They don't trust us. You know, say, why this guy came from America, and what is he doing? Why he is doing this? You know, what is his benefit? They were suspicious, and I said, I get that clear. I don't blame them. So what I did was, you know, I empower those young people, educate them what's important in their life. We talk about their life, their family life, and it's really concerned about their life, not only working with us.
So you started to empower them.
Connect them, empower them, and listening them. That's the most important thing. Instead of talking, I just be in their world. You know, I ask them, what's really the main challenge you have? And listen to them one-to-one, sometimes in a group. And then it took really sometimes to connect with the young people. And these kids, they become responsible, they become on time and all that.
They become dedicated.
And then they make more money, double, because they can do it for themselves. They have contract. So if you do more, you get more money. So that's how we, money empower people too.
Yes, so actually gaining the trust from the local community was
so
a problem.
when these kids, they go and tell to their parents. And then the word is going, the positive image is coming.
Yes.
And these kids get the money. And these kids, they buy their own school material. They become disciplined. They become helping each other. And then some of the kids was orphans. There was nobody for them. So to
look after them.
Yeah, that makes a difference. Yeah. So people trusting me, oh, this guy is not, their suspicion was disappearing.
Yes.
So that's what happened. The third challenge is whatever I learned in landmark education, which is a transformational education, which makes a huge difference in my life. Applying it here in Ethiopia is the biggest challenge. Because I left Ethiopia a long time ago. So here I forgot the culture, different young people, different generation. So I met the people from the Oromo region in Copenhagen, Denmark, in 2009 in the climate change meeting. We met over there. It's a long story. They asked me, why don't you come, whatever you do in Amhara region, why don't you come and work with us? They said, sure. And I asked them, I would like to work empowering women. And then I would like to do a project, I asked them. They said, okay, we will give you a land, and I need a land next to a river because we're going to use the irrigation system and we're going to have like food all year long instead of waiting for the rainy season. I said to them, okay, they said. And they gave us 25-acre land for us. So, and then close to 200 women, and they came, I started sharing with them. I showed them what I did in the Amhara region, in our region, what we did, and people trust me. This time it's easier because I show them what we did.
There's tangible evidence.
So we have that land. We use the primitive way of farming. We're using the animal and all that. So and then we have like a generator to pump the water to the land, and these women, they were really committed to help their kids, to help themselves, to change their life. So what we did is, all year long, we're going to have like corn, we have potato, we have carrot, we have all these vegetables and all that.
Yes.
So, and in addition, we have like the mango, the orange,
different fruits.
So we plant those fruit trees, and then we put the seedling on all this. So all year long, we produce measurable result. These women, they got cash money, they got experience and food for them. So they were so empowered. So even that work was recognized by world leader, by United Nations and all that. So that was a breakthrough for me, and then that's really huge for me.
Yes.
It was at 2010. Yep.
Yes, that's really understandable. But I also want to ask this question because I feel like most people would love to know, including myself. So in those challenges, these are very few for you. You just mentioned from the time and everything that we have right now. But there are much more challenges, much more problems that you faced throughout your journey.
Yes.
So what are those characters that really helped you, that you might have learned in that transformation class, or those that you have gained in your life experience? What are those characters that actually helped you to achieve the achievements that you
what
did?
Helped me, what was the biggest thing was, number one was it's like the empowering education that I got from Landmark.
To be really optimistic.
Optimistic, being patient, and accepting what is so.
Yes.
Those are the things. Otherwise, complaining and happiness, they don't go together.
Yeah.
So I just make sure I need to accept this. The moment I resist, I said, okay, it's not going to make good
Any
things.
change,
So
yeah.
I just want to accept things the way it is. So those are the things that help me. Those really,
That is so
yeah,
true.
yeah.
That is so true. As you just said, the word empowering, and you also have mentioned empowering women, young generation, and as an Africans, we have most like larger of our population is young people, young generation, and the youth, right?
Yeah.
So, but you have focused on, you know, empowering women. Why? Why are you focusing on empowering women?
Empowering women is empowering the country.
Yes.
Women are very responsible. They're responsible for the children. They're responsible. Whatever they got, they take it home. They're not spending it outside. So I got that from the experience.
Yes, that's
so
true.
Women, you empower the whole entire nation.
That's a very beautiful
thing. That's my understanding. Yeah, and then you know, I'm so much inspired by my mom, and I have a lot of sisters. So
so do I.
I know what it means. They're the one who helped me, you know, doing what I want to do in life.
Yes.
Yep.
Actually, you know what it is? Speaking of that, I feel like, especially in our country, in our continent, most of us are inspired by women, by our mom or aunt or, you know, guardians. I don't know. For who I am today, my mom has inspired me so much, and my sisters, everyone. And you're so right. Women are really responsible. And everything starts from that, right? Because women are the one that create families and also get a hold of that family too, right?
Yeah, not only that. Some part of Ethiopia, Africa, they are the breadwinner too. Yeah,
that's
women
true, yeah.
are really, when it comes to, in America, you know, like women are like, they really, they're getting the jobs and they, you know, they're making more money and high education, high level of education, all that. These days things are changing, shifting, you know, really, you know, women are empowered by what's possible. And
exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
So let me take you a bit back and let's talk about mindset.
Okay.
So I know this topic is a bit new, especially nowadays, and that it's a bit tricky and very diverse, and it has a very wide scope. But I would really love to know what mindset means to you as an individual and also as an African.
Thank you for asking this question. This thing is really new, and I have a statement, and I wrote it down, and I want to really say it the way it is.
Sure, go ahead, okay.
We perceive each other, and we are judging and evaluating. We judge and evaluate others and also ourselves. We are scared and distrustful of one another.
Yeah. Well, this is a very basic idea about mindset because, as you have said, mindset is about perceiving, right? It's about perceiving ourselves, perceiving everything around us, our environment, and also others. So this is a very beautiful way to explain, you know, the way of your mindset. Let me ask you how mindset is defined in terms of Greenland. How is this Greenland Foundation? How is mindset seen in the Greenland Foundation?
Okay, again, I'm going to read it from...
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. The mindset that we at Greenland Foundation want to cultivate everywhere and in Africa is empowerment, inclusion, respect,
Yes.
and partnership. Empowerment begins inside of ourselves. It starts personally inside of each one of us. It starts with three things: what we think, what we say, and what we do. If we do not empower ourselves first, inside of ourselves, then we are building a house without a foundation. If I have trust, I can give trust. If I have peace of mind, I can give peace of mind. If I have love, I can give love. If I have money, I can give money. I cannot give something that I don't have unless I pretend, but pretense does not work.
Exactly, exactly. Because all those things that you said, empowerment, inclusion, respect, and partnership are the four basic pillars of creating the kind of mindset that we want.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
I personally, and also as a My Africa show, I would really love to appreciate Greenland Foundation to take these four pillars as their main objective, you know?
Absolutely, because
Yes.
we use a new way of thinking to create new
results.
New result.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we do the whole old way, it's going to be
really
doing
tiring.
the same thing and expect different results. It doesn't work. You know?
Exaggerating. Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
So the next question that I have for you, Gashaw, is about global warming. How do you see global warming impacting or affecting Africa?
What exactly happening is severe weather is happening, rising sea level, and extreme weather condition.
Yes.
These are and then there is a lot of different fire. What happened?
Wildfire.
Wildfire. What happened in Simien Mountain, Ras Dejen? What happened was there was a big fire, and then the Israeli firefighters, they came and put up the fire. Yes. And we, Greenland, partnering with Dabat University, we planting the tree back again, like 2 years ago. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. So it is a huge challenge, not only for Africa, for entire world. What you see is what's going on right now is devastating, and people don't have food. So many things is happening.
That's true. And I feel like as a Greenland Foundation, you guys are actually really doing the work needed to do to actually change and make this global warming at least in a better situation. So let's talk about global warming in terms of Ethiopia, because currently the things that you've been doing is here in Ethiopia. How do you see global warming affecting us?
There is a major climate change here. And food security is really scarce, and land degradation and soil erosion. Yes. This is happening. Yeah. You see, when I left Ethiopia in 1979, it was 25 million to 30 million people.
The population?
The population.
Okay.
Right now, as 2023, it is over 125 million. Imagine, we have eroded land. Land erosion is a big deal here in Ethiopia.
Yes.
So all these things happening. We have a limited land. We have exploded population. You can imagine the 2050 will be over 200 million. If we do not have a different way of thinking, different action, different approach like vertical planting, and then everybody, like 80% of the Ethiopians, they have like backyard and front yard. They have water to, like they cleaning the dish and on something, and then there is water waste, they can use that in their own backyard and front yard. So that way we can have some extra food in our own family. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
We're using a creative way of planting food, because Ethiopia is privileged. We're the luckiest people. We have enough rain. We have young people. 70% of the people is under 30, and we have water resource. Ethiopia is the water tower of Africa. So we are not using all these resources. Yeah. So now, if we don't pay attention, we pay it in pain. Even in days. Yes. Yeah. Yes. That's exactly what's going to happen. So
that's the basic thing, balancing the two, the population and the ways we actually do our agriculture.
You can imagine when it's 200 million in 27 years, over 200 million. If we have the same way of thinking, I don't know how we're going to manage it. Yeah. And then I believe our people will really use a different thinking, and our experts will educate us, and then we'll do a better job.
We will definitely. And I feel like as a Greenland Foundation, you guys are actually having these movements in which people can actually plant different trees, like fruit trees.
Yes.
Like as you have mentioned
before. Instead of planting tree, you use fruit tree.
Fruit trees.
So you have cash money, you have food.
Yeah.
You use it for environmental case. Yes. You see, nowadays even there is a system, like if you plant trees, you can get some money.
Yes.
Because you sucking the carbon dioxide.
Exactly.
The term is carbon trading. Okay. Like if you have so many trees, you can get some money for carbon trading. Exactly. If you keep it for a certain amount of year. That's the future.
And also the thing that you have mentioned, you've been saying before, when you came back to Ethiopia, the village that you've been living in was really degraded and eroded, and at the same time malaria was affecting the community.
Temperature was
exactly because there was no any tree, and
yeah.
the more we plant trees, the more there's going to be fresh air, the more the land are going to be protected, and also
shade.
we will also be protected from different diseases. You know,
absolutely.
So it's another way of protecting ourselves from different disease.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I would like to mention our work is not bounded only in Ethiopia or even having a vision in Africa. It is in America, in a nursery school and middle school and high school, and in addition in Sacramento, which is the capital of California, we had partnering with United Nations, partnership, planting tree for peace. There was different ethnic background people we were celebrating at Sacramento 2017.
Mr.Gashaw's initiative is very important because it has enabled communities to see what can be done to restore degraded lands, particularly for farmers, because farming is a source of land degradation if it is not done properly, but it is also one of the answers that can fix the problem of land degradation. So this program is very important insofar as it shows how farmers can help themselves, restore their environment, and diversify their own sources of livelihood. So this is a very important program which the United Nations Environment Program is happy to be associated with.
And we're going to plant this ceremonial tree right here at Prepa Tech. This tree is going to be here permanently at our school, and that commitment that we all have.
And in Dubai too, the Dubai Center, the Transformational Education Center landmark is empowering us and then helping us, and there is so many collaboration. This is a tolerance plan from UAE this year, and Abdullah, he brought me. This is a peace plan, and my commitment, my responsibility, planting tree for peace. That's my intention. Here we are, the heart of Middle East, and I'm handing to you this plan for peace. You can imagine, if one man can do this, with collaboration, we can make a huge difference.
Enormous, yes.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened.
So the last question that I have for you is, as a My Africa show, I would really love to ask you what Africa means to you in your own terms, you know?
Oh my God. You see, the whole entire world is looking Africa right now.
Yes, that's
Why?
true.
You can see it right now in the media and all that. Because we have young generation,
as you have
we
said.
have resource, water resource, land resource, so many resources. So we have that. And another thing is, this generation, they have a buying power. To buy cars, to buy television, to buy all these things.
Yes.
So we have buying power, and at the same time we have the resources, we have the young people, we have everything. So Africa is the future. That's why everybody, all this superpower is looking for Africa to be partnership, to approach you. They are like competing each other at this point. So the future of Africa is, if we are responsible, take action, what's important in our life. And instead of fighting, sitting down and having conversation. Communicating in a very civilized way.
Yes.
You know, when there is war, who is the beneficiary? The person who sells war weapons.
Yes, exactly.
So instead of doing that, like what happened in our country right now is, whatever we have problem in our country, it's solved by the African nation. Yeah. Can you imagine that? This is a breakthrough. To me, it's a huge breakthrough. This is something that we never had. The West used to say something and then whatever. Now we solve our problem in our own way.
Exactly.
You know, and this is like a breakthrough for Africans.
Getting African solutions from Africans.
Yes.
Right?
African problem, solved by African solution. This is like a breakthrough to me. So this is a huge future, and we have so much gold and dam and all these things, you know what I'm saying, and oil, natural resources. Everybody is coming, and because they see the opportunity. You know, if we're united, we will say, you can buy us with this amount of money. We're united now.
And
you see, the Europeans are united. You see, Europeans are united. When America says something, they follow. Now, the African Union says something, the African people will listen, and then we can solve our problem with ourselves.
And really implement it.
Exactly. And we have seen it. It's huge. So this is big deal. And one of our biggest resources, our people. Anything you want to do now, if you have the 5G, we can have any technology, anywhere, any place here in Ethiopia. Everything is transferable nowadays.
Exactly, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
you
true.
can do anything you want here. So we have young generation, they can be educated, you know, like high level, and Ethiopia is having good curriculum for, you know, now kids start at the age of 4. Can you believe that? That's big deal. It used to be like only the rich family, they can send their kids to school. Now everybody is going to school at the age of 4. The Indians and the Chinese, they changed the entire thing because of educating their people.
That's true.
Now we can follow those people, and in Africa you will see the next 5-10 years, you will see a huge breakthrough in our continent. That's
exactly,
what it is. Yeah.
Exactly, because that's where everything starts, of being aware of what we have and being aware of how we can actually use those things that we have into creating the results that we would love to see. And thank you so much, Gashaw, for coming all the way here to share us your idea and also about your Greenland Foundation. So let me give you this chance to, if you have any additional comments, additional things that you would love to say.
What I really want to say is I appreciate a certain organization and people, and the future is now, not only in Ethiopia, in Africa, because there is so many things, really new beginning is coming right now. And a lot of people educated in America, in different parts of the world, they're coming, they're helping our country here. As you see, the last 2 years, there was a lot of up and down, there was a roller coaster. So people, they were like helping and solving problems together instead of staying in my own box. Now we're together in one ship right now. So things are changing. That really touch and move and inspire me into action. That's why I'm coming here and then doing the best I can. And I would like to acknowledge, you know, Arts TV. They really make a huge difference in for my organization, and for others. You know, you guys become like a voice for voiceless. I can say that. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge thing. They came to Greenland in Njibara, Awi zone, and they came and stay almost 4 or 5 days, and then, you know, like doing the footage and all that, and then expanding it to entire,
the community.
Not only the community,
but also
the
entire
world.
Yes.
So that is, I really appreciate your organization, the Arts TV. And another thing is the people from America, like the Landmark Education people. These people, they came all the way from Los Angeles to Njibara, Awi zone, to empower me and support me, you know, like, yeah, you can do it. There is a lot of committed people to make a difference in globally nowadays. You know, our main idea is like, think globally, act locally. That's what we're doing. And Ethiopia planted over 25 billion tree and food tree, you know, like food trees. Can you imagine how it's going to impact the climate? And we are #1 now. So this is huge. I'm happy for that, and happy my country government doing that. It's really unbelievable. And another thing is my family. My family helped me in a bigger way, help raising my kids while I'm away, and helping me financially, and they're coming, and really huge. So my family, my friends, and the Landmark team, yeah, I'm so grateful for these people. You know, without them, I may not be able to do all these things. And thank you so much, and I really appreciate it.
And thank you again for coming all the way here again, Gashaw.
You're welcome.
Okay, everyone, this is what we had for you guys on this episode. I hope you guys gained different knowledge. And do not forget to share us your comments, your ideas on our short SMS 6121 on what topics we should cover on our next episode. Till we see you guys next time, it's time for me to say goodbye.